kind of performance that Tennessee had Saturday for a coach, especially a defensive back coach?
Well, it's frustrating, obviously, at times. But, you got to look at the video, and sometimes things don't turn out the way that you want them to turn out. You look at the video, you look at the tape, and you try to figure out the problems, And I know that's what we've said over and over again, but that's all you can do. And I think it's in any walk of life. We can't sit here and feel sad for ourselves or feel sorry for ourselves or feel bad that we lost Brian Randolph or we're playing a true freshman or make excuses because of this or that. We've got to look ourselves and our players in the eye and say, hey, here's our issues. Here's where we're at right now. And now what do we got to do to make sure these issues don't occur? And I think, Coach Dooley coming over the defensive side, which he talked about, has been really beneficial for us. And we're making steps in the right direction. I really do think that. And, this thing's not over for 3 weeks. And our goal right now is to go out and continue to put the best product on the field that we can. And it's hard. You can't deny that. It's tough. You get frustrated. You get aggravated. You don't understand why things maybe are going the way they are. But you just keep looking at it and keep finding the solutions.
What's the key for a coach to keep the players from getting that frustration to the point that it makes them play even worse?
Well, as a leader, I believe you're the face. Obviously, like Coach Dooley's the face of Tennessee. And when he gets in front of those guys, if they see confusion and they see anger, then that creeps into them. But our coaching staff and him especially, I've just been really impressed with guys come in. Hey guys, here's the problem. Here's what we've got to fix. And the face is confidence that we can get it fixed. And our guys see that, and you reassure them with that. And you got to be the face of it as a leader, and that's your responsibility. And I think that we've done a good job of that as a staff and kept these guys going in the right direction. This today is probably one of our best practices all season. It was clean. Our guys were into it. We were competitive with the offense. So those are good things to see.
What do you attribute that to, Josh? Why do you think that was the case today?
I just think we're, bringing Derek over, Coach Dooley over, and having him get another set of eyes on it and kind of say, hey, here's what offensively, here's what we're looking at, and here's maybe what would give you issues and what would not give you issues, has helped us, I think. And it's given maybe a different perspective. You get into that day-to-day grind and you lose perspective sometimes. And I think we've maybe got a little bit better perspective on it, and we'll just keep working through it.
You kind of look like you've been in the middle of it for the first 3 days of practice here, maybe a little bit more so. How much has that helped your perspective?
It's helped it out quite a bit. I've tried to make myself be more aware, big picture of what's going on, how we're putting it together, how we're structuring it. It's not anything I've been asked to do or anything like that. I'm just trying to get a better handle on, how things are kind of fitting and marrying up from top to bottom. And then Coach Dooley being over there and giving us input have been really beneficial.
When you face a team with a quarterback that's coming off a 4 interception day, I know you try and get picks every game, but does the defense, the DBs, get a little more sense of urgency, like they might be able to get one this week?
Yeah, I think they do. But, I think he's a good quarterback, so every week you want to go in and hope you get some picks. But I think the guys understand maybe, where his weaknesses are at or where his strengths are at a little bit better when they see him go against a team like Florida, who is similar scheme-wise with what we do. So, maybe.
How do you make sure that the players don't view Coach Dooley suddenly showing up as sort of an act of desperation?
Well, I don't think they think of it as an act of desperation just because he is active all the time. He just showed his face maybe a little bit more. And, the way we present it to our guys and what they've got to understand is, hey, guys, it's what we're doing right now is not the way that it continued to go. So one answer right now is I'm going to put another set of eyes on it. I'm going to get more involved in it. I want to make sure you guys understand that the defensive side matters to me, which it does, and he's been active all season long. And our guys understand that. They know that, and I think they've found a little bit new energy because he brings a fresh way of teaching it at times and a fresh way of getting your guys to respond, to an adverse situation, which we find ourselves in right now.
Have you guys changed the way y'all maybe externally motivate the players during practice? The way you're coaching them?
I don't think so. I don't. I think you just got to be consistent. I think our guys have stayed consistent with that. But yeah, your job as coach is to find a way to get your guys motivated when they get down, and obviously when you go through a tough trial like we have last few weeks, you got to find a way to get your guys up, and each guy responds differently, and we are. You're always trying to tap into that emotional side and how to get them motivated.
Mizzou does so much stuff side to side. How much pressure does that put on the boundaries? And have you guys struggled there this year? I guess, how do you make up for some of the lack in those situations in the past?
Well, we're going to try to figure out a way to, you have different coverages that you can do, and one of those things is you can drop another guy. You bring three-man pressure, you drop another guy, you try to, expand the field, and what we would say in football terms is you cover the field instead of, man matching everything all the time. And we have our man match stuff, which we've been really successful running at times, but you got to cover the field, and to do that, you just got to change and tweak some of your coverage stuff.